started off with breaking down two different kinds of old-timer lollies. So the first is the lolly lolly. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The lolly technique that went along with that is, first off, we talked about this hand connection, making sure that it is matching the stretch and compression. And notice how Shawnee's full hand is engaged in this. Both the side of her hand is helping create stretch, but also the meat of the fingers near the palm are also helping create that stretch. I, as the leader, am doing the same. We talked about keeping the hand bicep and lower versus up here. We talked about the follower's other arm coming down nice
sliding
and low.
down in open positions. So when we're pure ball here, we're just going to open it up to something comfortable, not going to push our partner away. We're going to just rest our hand on them and or around the edge of their biceps, whoever you're dancing with. We talked about being forward prone position so that you can get torque and rotation through your feet. Because if you're on your heels, it's hard to get a lot of torque in the center, but if you bring the weight of your feet, weight of your body just over the front of the balls of the foot, you can actually get some more rotation for the balls and the ears a little bit.
Okay. And then we showed you the maxi way that he would do the same move. So that is, now instead of keeping this stationary, we're going to move it towards us and back to middle. Towards us, back to middle.
Followers away,
back to middle.
back to middle.
And in doing so, that's going to kind of wrap us up here.
So
and
that
then,
followers are looking up to the side.
And then we unwrap our partner to create that kick.
A little bit stronger in the dynamic.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. That was the first hour. The second hour, we worked on multiple turn technique. Our first important thing about multiple turns is making sure that your toss-outs are nice and rotational for both leaders and followers if you want multiple turns to be comfortable and successful. So those are rotational toss-outs. I'm thinking more like it's just getting into lollies. I'm just going to let my hand go.
Same thing, same feeling for lollies. We're kicking across their bodies, creating that inner torque.
And notice how Shawnee is also keeping her elbow with her body.
Versus taking a big step and letting the arm go.
So she's not doing that. That's creating linear forces.
Okay.
Instead,
letting my elbow stay close to my head and my body as I rotate into it.
Yeah.
And from here, we went into multiple turns.
Remember, leaders, the big trick for catching your partner is that anytime this hand passes your face, you can then put your hand on your partner's back. So I have 1, 2, 3. Notice how as soon as that elbow passes once, twice, 3, I can put that hand on my partner's back. We talked about the mantra hand and together, which is one of the most important things in my bow swing dancing, and that's the timing of it. Hand and together, we both come together.
Split the load so that you don't have to go to your partner, or your partner has to do all the distance coming to you.
Hand and together, shoot, do pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, hand and together. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, hand and together.
We also talked about placement of our hands as we're going through multiple turns. So for leaders, we're going to place our hands right at the hairline of our follows, just above their head so that it's not too far up, but it's not back, and we don't end up getting wobbly, wonky turns, so your follow can stay nice and stable. And for follows, we talked about walking. This is going to help you be in control of your own stability rather than trying to pivot and spin like you're a ballet dancer. We want to actually walk through all the spins. Walk, 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 walk. Yeah.
And then finally, we ended with a move inspired by Jack Helwig and Genevieve Grazis. They're 1938 bow swing dancers. And so we have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shoot. Boop, boop. From here in these lolly connection, anytime I do the kick out, it's like a toss out, and I can just collect my partner. We talked about making the hand change here.
In the front.
Notice my hand here is over the back. As I bring the hand down, I'm going to create my partner's hand into a fist, wrapped around my fist, so that here we have a really nice punching. This is a very comfortable position for us to use force in, basically. And then from here, that's the tap of our lollies.
Back to lollies. And
5,
simply
6,
kick
7,
her out, hand and together.
And that was our class.